Of course, when I start filming, I have to burp. What's up, guys? Long time no video. Happy New Year. Yeah, I haven't talked to you guys since last year. Wow. Merry belated Christmas, Happy New Year, all that fun stuff. In my hot tub, as always, lately, well, at least this time of day. I've been meaning to do a little video just to update you guys, those of you that are still subscribing. I noticed the other day I've lost a lot of subscribers from when I used to post darn near every day when I was truck driving. But, no, again, like my last few videos, I don't feel like much has changed. Still living same house that I purchased. Former roommate still in jail. He will never live on this property again as long as my name is associated with this property. Trying to think. Just got back from a little vacation. I'm not gonna address COVID really because it's controversial, but people say don't travel. Well, me and I think a couple million people traveled over Christmas, and so far I feel good. I mean, it's cold outside, so of course I'm a little stuffed up. Nothing because going warm to cold, but feel good. No reason to be concerned at all. But I went to Utah, visited some friends, old neighbors from when I lived in California. Really old neighbors. I want to say they moved out. I was in elementary school, I think, but we've stayed in touch. Drove up and met a friend of mine in Idaho. Used to work for him way back in the day doing concrete. Those of you who watched the vlogs, I'm pretty certain I addressed this at one point. He helped me build the shelf in my truck when I was at Interstate for my TV and my video game system. Pretty certain I would have addressed that at some point, but went and visited him. That was fun, just again maintaining friendships. And then drove up to Boise, Idaho. I have a friend I met through trucking. His name is Tim. Don't know if I talked about Tim on the vlog or not. I know I was vlogging when our paths crossed. I don't remember mentioning him. I know for sure I did not show him. I can say that for sure because I really didn't show anyone. But he's getting married. It was going to be this summer. I found out when I got there it's actually going to be in the fall. Over Labor Day weekend, and he most importantly, he owed me food. Second of all, we hadn't seen each other in a couple years. Third of all, if I'm going to stand next to him when he gets married, I'd kind of like to know his fiance a little bit, like know the two of them together as a couple. So I hung with them literally just a day and a half. Nothing too exciting. And then flew to California and hung out in California for a week and a half. And helped my parents do a few things around the house. Helped them cut down a tree, got up in a ladder using a chainsaw. That was pretty cool. Got up on a ladder, replaced some light fixtures around the outside of their house for them. Just being a son. Hung out with some people. It was very interesting. Of all the people I tried to get together with, I probably at different times reached out to probably close to about 15 people. And there are a few of them I couldn't get together with. Things just didn't work out with holidays and everything. Literally only one person said no because of COVID. We made things work though. California's on lockdown, so we would order food to go, take out, and then we just set up chairs in the parking lot and eat, or go to their house and eat, go to my parents' house and eat. I probably should have asked my parents permission to do that. I think I did that twice actually. Oops. Sorry, Mom. I should have asked. I felt bad about that. Well, we made it work. Yeah, that one guy that said no. He and I feel differently on quite a few topics. Basically, when it comes to social issues and political issues, but we are both fascinated by several other hobbies that keep us together, and we had a couple interesting exchanges during my time, but he's the one that's gone full lockdown. When I asked him about visiting, it was over Thanksgiving, and at that time he had enough food for he and his wife for 2 months, and that was their plan, was to stay in the house, and I even limit their time in their own yard. I don't know how someone could live like that. I truly don't understand. I could not do that. it's people thinking that's how they're supposed to live. I feel like that mentality is why suicide rates are through the roof right now, way higher than past years. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I feel like anything else, I'm edging on COVID. I don't want to make this a COVID discussion. That's not the point of this. Although I've been tempted to kind of go into that kind of talk a little bit. I've, for whatever reason, nobody knows why. My right-leaning friends don't know why. My left-leaning friends don't know why. But apparently I am not allowed on Facebook or any social media that Facebook owns. So that's Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. So I really don't have much of a way to communicate with people. I still have Twitter. But nobody knows why I got kicked off or anything. But I've had 3 profiles in the last year just vanish. No Facebook jail, no warning, just you violate our terms, you're a bad boy, don't come back. That's basically what it said. So, don't really know what's going on with that. I do have a phone number for Facebook, but honestly, being away from Facebook, as much as it's nice to stay in touch with people, it's kind of cool not being on there. Not gonna lie, it's almost therapeutic in a weird way once you get over the hump of the first week, which I've now done 3 times in the last year. And I've created other profiles. The 3rd time it wouldn't even let me use my real name. I'd use my middle name as my last. Whatever. Kind of been a blessing in disguise. A little weird though, going back to the old-fashioned way of staying in touch with people. Like, I don't see what they post on social media, but you know, I gotta call them and ask them how things are doing, or how things are going, and you know, what they're doing, what they're up to, instead of seeing what they post. It's really weird, 'cause I got a lot of friends with kids, and it's kind of, you know, I'm cool, you know, being the, you know, the fun uncle, pretty much. Even though I'd like kids of my own someday, I want to make that very clear. It's like, can I get a picture of your baby? Kind of weird, but when it's, you know, close friends and not like a former coworker or whatever. I have not asked former coworkers or anything for pictures of their kids like I would see on Facebook all the time, or Instagram or whatever. But asking friends, you know, it's kind of fun just for me to see time fly and how, you know, fast kids grow up. That's kind of fun about going to California too. A lot of my friends there having kids, and when I go and see them every so often, whenever I go, and we're able to make things work, it's amazing how fast they grow up and everything. But that's pretty much it for me. Nothing too exciting. The quest for a new roommate, it's kind of going. The initial plan was I was going to wait until I got back from my Christmas trip and look for a roommate. I have a friend I met in truck driving who wants out of California and is in the process of getting a divorce. And he has said he'd be interested in renting a room from me. Although, as of this second, the plan is he's going to get divorced, stay in California, and see how things end up financially, because he's going to end up having to pay alimony, and I think that's it. I think that's his biggest concern. So he's worried about what his financial situation is going to be once the divorce happens. So I'm going to kind of wait and see, because I'd rather have him as a roommate than pursuing other options, which would pretty much end with a stranger being in my house. So right now I'm kind of content to just wait and see what happens. I'd much rather someone I know and someone that I've spent time with live with me first. Pretty certain I mentioned him in the vlog. This guy, his name's Daniel. His truck broke down. I was in Denver, and he and I were talking. We were both in Denver. I was at a friend's house. I got a call from dispatch saying that there was a driver whose truck had broke down, and if I could give him a ride to Vegas to get his new truck. And I responded to my dispatcher by using the driver's name, because I knew who they were talking about. And yeah, we drove. We loaded all his stuff up into my truck, and because he had hotel purchasing power, authority, if you will, whatever, we just got hotels at night and had all his stuff in my truck. I had nowhere to sleep even if I wanted to, and that worked out really good. He and I had spent time together before the hotel room, and moving his truck, moving him and his stuff. We didn't move his truck. Before all that happened, we had met up a couple times, and you know, we already had each other's phone number at that point. So That'd be cool to have him as a roommate because he'd still be trucking, so he'll be able to pay his rent and he'll never be here. That'd be really cool if that works out. That's pretty much it. I'm behind schedule for my night. I was hoping to shower and watch a TV show, but I'll probably have to shower and maybe watch a shorter TV show before going to bed. Trying to be a little more punctual this year. I've struggled, especially the last few months, getting to work on time. And I'm trying to be better about that this year. That's kind of my New Year's resolution, as basic as that might be. That's pretty much it. So, yeah, overall nothing too new and exciting going on, but it's what it is. I know I still have a handful of loyal subscribers. I've been meaning to, hopefully I'll get this done, ask my company what it'd be like to kind of do at least a day in the life deal with my current job. I would not be able to do videos every day because concrete is kind of a go thing. It's all I can do to slow it down enough to not like stress out over it, if that makes sense. And my phone is very anti-electronic devices in their truck. So officially, I don't even have my phone with me during the day. Unofficially, pretty much we all do. So, it's what it is. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Hope y'all are staying healthy and safe from COVID, whatever your method of doing so may be. Not judging you, just as long as y'all staying healthy, that's all that matters. Yeah, have a good one. Until next time. See you later.